Hello, it is Tamara with our Big Oily family, and today I wanted to I'm gonna make a couple of things that I'm out of and I need to make some more of. And the first one is my linen spray that I like to use. I think I have my portrait thing on anyway. It's blurring out stuff if it's back here. So I repurposed a um, On Guard spray bottle, right? That I used and emptied. And so I repurposed it, just put a label on it so I know what it is. Every time I change my sheets, I use that because it smells good, number one. Um, and it's got lavender and eucalyptus in it. And those help to deter like dust mites and any bugs that might be going on. Opens your airways for easier breathing. Lavender, right, is going to be like more restful sleep, and helps to relax your body and mind. So what's nice about doing it in a smaller, you can do a big old, like 4 ounce thing of it, but I like to use the small ones because when I travel, I take this with me also. And that's the first thing I do when I get to like a hotel room is I whip back all the sheets and the covers and whatever, and I just spritz the bed because you never know. Um, anyway, so I'm gonna make this today because as you can see, I'm kind of out. I'm gonna sneeze. Hang on just one sec. If I keep my eyes open, I won't sneeze. Okay, maybe I won't sneeze. Like I said, I just repurposed a On Guard um spray bottle. Jeez, I'm like losing my brain today. But if you have like a glass spray bottle, I would use a 2 ounce one. You could use stainless steel also, right? If you're using a 2 ounce one, you're going to do 5 drops each of lavender and eucalyptus, and then you're going to top it with distilled water because distilled water, right, it's had all the bacteria taken out, so there's like nothing alive in it, so it'll last longer. Um, if you're using it at home and you use it pretty consistently, you could use like filtered water and it'd probably be fine. Um, but it's always nice to have some distilled water on hand. So since this is a 30 ml, it's not a 2 ounce, and I don't even know what 30 ml is in ounce wise. It's smaller. So I tend to use like three drops of each. Okay. So I use my lavender, super easy to make. One, two, three. And then my eucalyptus, obviously I can't multitask when I'm counting, right? And doing drops. One, two, three. If you get an extra one in there, it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Okay. All right. You could add some witch hazel to it if you wanted to. If you added witch hazel to it, it would help the oils to stay dispersed. But either way, I would just shake it before you use it and then spritz I like to when I'm changing the bed, I take the sheets off obviously because we're going to wash them, and then I'll spritz the mattress cover and whatever and just kind of let it air out for most of the day, and then I'll put the sheets back on. All right, I'm looking for my water. Here it is. Now, if you have one of those little funnels, that has a really small opening, you could use that. I've found this is actually like a lemon squeezer. It has a lemon juicer. It has a thing that goes on top of it. And I found this works pretty well for pouring into small openings. Okay, so then we just put the top back on, shake it up, and then I'm ready to go and I can just go spritz my bed. So there's that one, the linen spray. I'll put I'll include the recipes in this when I'm done, like in the top of it when I'm done with the video. The next thing I wanted to make today, I was actually going to use these, repurpose the root to tip serum. I have two of them and I was going to repurpose them. I'm still thinking on what I want to do with this. These what do these have in it? Doesn't say on the bottle. Interesting. But it's with oil, right? And so I thought, well, maybe I'll do fractionated coconut oil. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll do like part, um, what's the one oil? I put it away. I never can remember it. The one that's good for your hair, castor oil. I thought, well, maybe I'll do part castor oil and part fractionated coconut oil. And another one that might be good is maybe to use some argan oil. and castor oil, or all three, like argan oil, a little bit argan oil, a little bit of castor oil, a little bit of fractionated coconut oil, and then your oils that are good to promote like healthy scalp and healthy hair and that kind of thing. I may do this at a later date. I haven't decided, but the other thing I'm going to make today then is Lisa Zimmer um, has a great hair growth recipe. Super, super, super good. And that's what I'm going to make today. And she says to make it in a 4 ounce spray bottle. So it's with water. All right. If you feel like you need oil, and that's kind of why I was thinking of doing one in this, is you could add all the oils to this. This is 30 milliliters again. Um, isn't that interesting? This is 30 and this is 30. And it's just that one's shorter and more round, but they contain the same amount. I always find that interesting because I'm not a very spatial person. And so it's really wild to see some things that sometimes that are the same size, right? But they just are in different shapes. Um, so you could do, if you like to style your hair and nourish your hair at the same time, right? And that's what the root to tip serum is really for. Um, you could use some of these oils in here, but I'm gonna do it in the water thing. Okay. Um, Her recommendation is that you do it morning and night. You can either put it on wet hair, you can also put it on dry hair. You just want to spray it towards your scalp, or mostly on your scalp, and then you want to massage it in, whether you're combing your hair or brushing your hair, kind of do it along your scalp line so that it's getting on your scalp. In this 4 ounce spray bottle, and you can use a sprayer. I'm using a sprayer like this, that has a spray. It's got the one single hole in the middle, so it kind of comes out. I've seen some other ones that have a handle on it. It just depends on what you want to use and what you have, right? Um, but in this 4 ounce sprayer, you're going to add frankincense, right? And then you're going to add lavender and tea tree, copaiba, peppermint, cedarwood, clary sage, geranium, rosemary. And if you have hinoki is one that's in the Japanese market, I believe, but it has been available here once in a while. Looks like I have about half a bottle left. Um, you can add hinoki because it's also good for your hair. The other oils that are really good for your hair that you could also add in there if you want, and I'm just going to add the smorgasbord because I need some help with my scalp and my hair. Um, it's gotten, as I've added a few more years onto my age, it's gotten a little thinner. Not a fan at all. And so I'm gonna see what I can do to help with that. So another oil that's really good is jasmine. Okay, jasmine really helps to nourish and protect the skin and your scalp. Um, doTERRA has the pure jasmine, right? If you have the touch roller of jasmine, you could add that also. I'd probably add, if you pop the roller top off of it and use a little pipette, right? I'd probably add a few more drops than what we're going to add of the pure jasmine. Sandalwood is another one that's good also, and you could use either sandalwood or Hawaiian sandalwood. Um, Kind of up to you. It helps to improve the overall look of your hair. It restores moisture and it gives hair kind of a silky shine, which is really nice. And then you smell like a really, it's like your own personal diffuser on your head. Another one that is good that actually I didn't get out here is ylang ylang, because that increases healthy, shiny hair. Um, I also have thyme out here. Thyme is not the best fragrance, I will say that. But it helps to promote thick and healthy looking hair and a clean scalp. Roman chamomile you can use. I actually didn't put that out here. Um, so yeah, so I'm going to add thyme, sandalwood, jasmine, and the hinoki. But the basic recipe has peppermint, copaiba, cedarwood, rosemary, clary sage. Um, and clary sage is really good for your hair and your scalp. It really helps to keep it healthy. Tea tree, again, really good for keeps hair thick and clean and healthy. Geranium is also really good. helps to keep your scalp healthy looking and clean, and it gives your hair kind of a healthy, vibrant glow. Frankincense, good for all things. And the thing about frankincense, remember, is that it's an enhancer oil. And so anything you add it to, it's going to just give it an extra punch of all the oils that are using. And that's why that's in here. Besides the fact that it's great for your skin and your scalp, right? Cedar wood. Uh, what else is in here? Rosemary. Anyway, so the basic recipe, I'm just adding a few extras. Feel free to add what you have and what you like, right? So into this, then let's go back to my recipe so I know what I'm making. You're gonna put 20 drops of each oil into this, and then you're gonna top it with water. Okay. So we're gonna start with our new bottle of frankincense. And the way that I like to be able to tell if it's a new bottle is it still has the thing on it, right? And if I peel that off, so that's how I know it's unopened, is if it has this little ring on it. And if I peel it off, like all of these, I know that it's been opened. That's my trick. Okay, so we're gonna put 20 in here. And I got an extra, so I got 21. Remember that some oils, like you could see the frankincense come out, that comes out pretty fast. This is sandalwood. It's going to come out a little less, a little less fast. Um, it's a thicker oil, and you can see this right here. I'm not putting 20 in there because this is kind of an extra add-on. I'm probably going to put like 5. Okay. So I think with my extras that I'm adding in, especially the thyme, because the thyme is not, it's very potent. It's not it's not a fragrance that I don't know, that I particularly like, but we're going to put like 5 in here. Okay. And then the Hinoki. I'll have to pull up some information on Hinoki. Let's see if I have that while I'm sitting here with you. I think I did like an A to Z on it. So let me see if I can find. I did right there. I did that in December 18th of 23. So it must have been available then. All right. So let's see what it says about Hinoki, because that's not one that I use a lot. Okay. It's really good for your skin, making it a good alternative if you are sensitive to other evergreen trees, right? Great for skincare and massages. In Japan, the oil is frequently used in baths to create a relaxing environment, and the tree itself has historical significance. Excuse me, you can diffuse it to invoke a sacred calm that comforts mind, body, and spirit, as if experiencing the aroma of a forest. Apply to elevated feet to soothe tired legs and feet while improving good blood flow. Good for your muscles and joints. So great to add to a bath. So we're going to put 5 of this. Oops, there it is. All right. And the jasmine, we're going to add 5 of also, because these are our add-on oils. And the jasmine, if you notice, at least this one, came in a 2.5, not a 5 ml, but a 2.5. I'll have to look up and see. Um, Let me look up and see if that's what it comes in. It's just a 2.5. But the rest of these, geranium, we're going to do 20. And as you can see, I cannot multitask while I am adding this in there. So, um, if you're watching this and you have used oils for your hair or your scalp, share that in the comments so that we can all learn, right? Maybe it's something that we haven't learned or haven't used, tried. Peppermint. And tea tree is really good for your scalp. It's really good for lavender. So if you want to add it to like your shampoo to help cleanse your scalp a little bit more, and there's a lot of tea tree shampoos out there, but they're not doTERRA tea tree. So I would use your doTERRA, right? Because you know what went into it, all the constituents. And again, I got an extra one in there, but that happens. All right, Copaiba. This is kind of the everything oil also. And you'll notice I don't have any of them out there because these are all older ones that I've had open for a little bit. You'll notice some of the lids are different now. They've put a new cap on here and a new reducer orifice. It kind of sticks up a little bit, and the hole in the center has an angle cut on it. Number one, that helps us to know that it's really from doTERRA. And number two, um, because it's harder to if you there's a video that's gone around if, obviously do not buy oils on Amazon, especially doTERRA oils, because you don't know if they're really doTERRA oils, if they've been opened and recapped, and they don't have all oil in them, they've got something else in them, right? And then you don't get all the benefits of getting educated on everything. um, but that's one of the reasons why they did the cap. It also makes it easier to get the same, like the drops come out more equally. Sometimes if you look at these, you get a really big drop and then a smaller drop, and that new reduction orifice is really good at helping to keep them all the same. 20, might have been 19. I don't know. Okay, let's go. Okay, obviously cedar wood is a thicker oil, right? Comes out a little slower. Um, the one that always takes forever is vetiver. That is a very thick oil. And myrrh is a very thick oil. And then balance is also thick because it's got the fractionated coconut oil in it. So, all right. So there's all of our oils. And as you can see in the bottle, it fills it up to, right about here. Okay. So then we're just going to add our distilled water. Filtered water works well also if if you're using it every single day kind of thing. If you're just going to use it periodically, I would definitely use distilled water because it will last longer. Okay, there we go. Might be able to put a little bit more in there, but we're just gonna leave it like that. And we'll put our lid on like so. Okay, then you got your spray bottle. So kind of roll it back and forth in your hand so it gets it all distributed. It's kind of cool. You can see the essential oils there in the water. So yeah, so just make sure that you spray it or roll it between your hands or roll it back and forth to kind of mix it up before you use it. You can use it twice a day. You want to spray it on your scalp. Your hair could be wet. So, like right out of the shower, you could do it and then put your styling products on. You could also do it when your hair is dry. Um, so, yeah. And if I do figure out what I want to do with these to repurpose them, and maybe I'll find out what's in the I have to look on doTERRA what's in the root to tip serum, what else in there, and then add, a few more that might give it a little boost. So anyway, the fractionated coconut oil that I use because it's in a big bottle and it's cost effective, I get it at Costco. Super nice. It's edible if you want to add it to your coffee, things like that, right? I know a lot of people make bulletproof coffee and it's got the MCT oil in it. I think it's got butter and collagen. Right now I'm adding butter and collagen to my coffee. It's really yummy. It keeps me full too. So there you go. We got your linen spray to keep your linens nice and fresh smelling and all the bugs away and everything. And then you've got your Lisa Zimmer hair growth spray, mermaid hair, whatever you want to call it. I just put on the sticker that I put on here. I put hair growth and then I put the oils that I added since I added extra ones, um, so that I remembered. Now, will I remember that I did 5 drops of the ones that are extra? We'll see. But there you go. That's what I have for you today. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. As always, if you have a topic that you want to know more about, um, let me know and I will add that to my list. I'll put the recipes for all of these in the, the caption stuff above. But otherwise, our neighbor is burning big piles he's building next door. Well, not right next door, but it's sort of right next door. Anyway, he's burning today, and all of the smoke is coming this way. So I have the doors and the windows closed. And if it gets really bad, then I'll put my abode in the diffuser because that's really good at helping to no, not abode, Air-X. I'll put my Air-X in the diffuser because that's really good at helping to clear the air when there's smoke particles and things like that. So if you're in a place where forest fires happen and things like that, Air-X is the way to go. But yeah, that's what I have for you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I will be back next Monday. And not sure what I'm sharing, but I'll share something then. Okay. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.